If you want a real vacation or a real island to go to where you really learn the real island life and people welcome you, look no further than here.
It ain't just about me. It's about showing the island itself. So like, welcome to St. Kitts. It ain't mad. Like, St. Kitts bigger than me.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Jack, and I want to welcome you to St. Kitts and Nevis.
You've seen St. Kitts through Marley's eyes. Now, we're giving you a whole new perspective. St. Kitts is more than just somewhere you visit. It's somewhere you can be living. In this series, we break down the real side of island life, from cost of living to the places worth your time. Stay tuned till the end of the video, where we'll share the biggest cost of living in St. Kitts that no one tells you about. Let's now go beyond the postcard and show you life in St. Kitts.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? My name's Jack. I just flew into St. Kitts in the Federation from Charlotte, North Carolina in the United States. Can't be more happy to be here. It's a beautiful January day, warm, got a little breeze. And once you get here through arrivals, I know you're gonna be in a rush to get to your hotel. Just take a second. You got a taxi stand right here that'll take you anywhere on the island, but I know a little bit better of a way to get around that all the locals use, and that's called Cab KN. Booking a ride has never been easier than this. All you need to do is open the app, click ride, put in where you want to go and where you're starting from, hit next. It'll show you the exact price down to the penny, so there's no haggling, there's no confusion, and in just minutes, your ride will come. You can even track your ride, where they are, how far they're gonna take, so you know exactly when you're gonna be able to get your vacation started in the great Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. While I'm here just waiting for my ride, I wanted to break down a little bit of how much it really does cost to come down here. You know, it's easier than it ever has been. Many airports in America, Charlotte, Miami, Dallas, New York, are now offering non-stop flights to St. Kitts every single week. You can get these flights as cheap as $300 US round trip.
Did he just say as cheap as $300? I got to check this out because there's no way I could catch a vacation for less than my card note. I guess he wasn't kidding after all. If you didn't know about Google Flight before, it's one of the most popular ways to book your next flight. Easy filtering, and it always gives you the cheapest flights available and the best dates for booking them. The good note is that prices for flights change, but the cheapest flights are usually in January and February. But you can still snag some deals throughout the year. The most popular airlines that has regular non-stop flights from the US to St. Kitts are American and United Airlines, Delta, and JetBlue. Jack remembered some more key tips after filming when traveling to St. Kitts. So here's a recording of him filling you in on them now, and also a bit later in the video.
You can expect to pay when flying from the US anywhere from $300 to $600 US, especially if you just time and book your flight right. Sometimes the cheaper end will give you a stop or a layover, usually in Miami. Obviously, you have those outliers where it's a lot more expensive, but a lot of times that's just during maybe carnival time, or the flight only has 1 or 2 seats left, or you waited to the last minute, things of that nature. So you want to be mindful and try to plan out a little bit, because like I said, I've looked at a flight that's just only a week out and it's up to $1,100 from Charlotte, but that's just because they only have 1 seat open. But usually that's not the case. For me, a great thing that I've honestly used is points. Using American Airlines, their one-way non-stop flights start at 8,000 points, which if you're not familiar with points, that might seem like a lot, but honestly for international travel, that's about as low as it gets. So I've really been able to take advantage of that. And then when you use your 8,000 points, the only thing you really pay is taxes. So each of those flights is like, I don't know, $20 round trip.
All right, back to the video.
Just like that, there's my ride. Not even 5 minutes later, in a nice vehicle, I'm ready to go. Get some good local breakfast. And if you want to visit St. Kitts, you don't really need anything special. All you need is your passport. You can stay up to 90 days visa free. And if you want to stay longer, like I want to do, just head down to the capital, explain to them your reason, and they'll hopefully extend you. One thing you got to keep in mind when you're coming to St. Kitts is you do need to fill out a digital travels form. It's very simple. Just put in your information, your flight, your name, scan a picture of your passport, and you'll be granted immigration before you even land. It's as simple as that. You just scan your card. You don't need to talk to anybody, do anything extra, get your vacation started even earlier. Here we made it, finally arrived. The beautiful Marriott Resort and Casino. On the left here, you got the check-in desk. Come in, start your vacation. Great way to start. This is one of my favorite parts of the whole property right here. You got co-working area, beautiful catwalk overlooking the pools in the resort facility. And then here, hungry for some breakfast, want a little snack, maybe a coffee, come right down here, they'll take care of you. Here we are at the main Marriott Hotel pool. Absolutely beautiful. And the best part about it is the beach is only a 30-second walk right down there. Let's go see it, come on. Live from the beautiful Marriott beach. I mean, come on, just look at this view. Does it get better than this? Come on, where does it get better than this? One thing that I think is super unique about St. Kitts is they don't just have the Caribbean Sea or the Atlantic Sea, they have both. Right now we're looking at the Atlantic Sea. Waves a little bit higher, water's a little bit not as clear just due to the waves. It's great for surfing, but just a couple minutes on the other side, beautiful, crystal clear, calm Caribbean Sea. Where do you know that offers both? Just got my coffee from Rituals, waiting on my food. But I think I noticed somebody over here, the man, the myth. Yo, Marley, big up, bro. How you doing? Everything good? This the man right here. You want to go on an island tour? Anything on the island? This the man to know. As you see, everybody know him. We just walking by, multiple people coming up to him. You come to check in if you come to St. Kitts, all right?
He's trying to help me out. But now, Jack came on tour with me like a month ago. And all of a sudden, he loved the island so much, he back here. So, speak for yourself. So if you want to come to St. Kitts, come tap in with me. Make sure you guys have a great time. You know what I mean?
While Marley and Jack catch up, let me tell you how Jack fell in love with St. Kitts. It's because he experienced St. Kitts the best way possible, being on a tour with us. Whether you're an adrenaline junkie and want to experience hiking a volcano, or you just want to enjoy a nice relaxing tour around the island, we got you covered. Making memories is a guarantee. Just visit welcometostKitts.com and book your tour today. Looks like Jack is ready to let you in on some more tips.
So one of the biggest misconceptions I've heard about the Caribbean and St. Kitts in general is the cost of living. A lot of people think it's so expensive, not going to be able to afford it. How can I go on vacation? And really that's not true. The biggest chunk is obviously going to be housing. And the lucky thing about St. Kitts is you have all options, all levels. You could go luxury, mid-scale, low scale, and still have a good time, be in a good place wherever you go. Another thing you need to keep in mind when coming down here is St. Kitts uses the Eastern Caribbean dollar. They're one of 7 countries, I believe, that use the Eastern Caribbean dollar. I know it's St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Montserrat, and Anguilla? I think. I'm pretty sure. So the conversion rate is 2.7 Eastern Caribbean dollars equals 1 US dollar. So many restaurants will use EC, many stores will use EC, but some will use US. So you always want to kind of keep in mind that before you just order away or buy away. But the mass majority do use EC. You also have to keep in mind that a lot of businesses and restaurants do like a VAT automatic tax, which is around 10%, and some include a small service charge. So just take a look at your bill and stuff, especially when you're just getting here, to make sure that no funny business goes on. But honestly, like 99 times out of 100, I haven't had any problems or any like overcharging or anything like that. So you just have to be mindful like anywhere else.
St. Kitts fits a variety of budgets. However, there's obviously pros and cons with each area. Closer to the town will give you more variety, but it may be noisier. Further away from town is less noisy, but it might be more expensive. Google really shines with giving you different options for food and accommodations. Your first thought might be a hotel, but you can always book an Airbnb or even rent some vacation homes.
The highlights of Frigate Bay, which where I am, is you got restaurants, bars, the beach, the strip, pharmacy, grocery store with all the necessities, a casino, the Marriott Hotel, all within walking distance. I can even walk 10 minutes to the gym where I work out every single day. So me personally, I didn't bring my car down here, and I really don't need my car because everything I need is walking distance, and I don't mind walking when it's 80 degrees and sunny every single day.
It's really left up to you and what you like. Comment down below if there's a particular expense that you would like more info on. Seems like Jack has made his way over to the Strip. Let's hear the final cost of living in St. Kitts that no one tells you about.
And now we're at the Caribbean Sea, the world famous Frigate Bay. Absolutely beautiful. See some yachts in the background. Everybody's hanging out, enjoying the water. Got some very nice beach bars here. Absolutely awesome. And at night, turned into a little party. So you want to come see the beach, enjoy a drink, maybe some live music. This is the spot to come. Now let's get into what makes St. Kitts St. Kitts. Nothing other than the people. The biggest culture shock, honestly, for me, was the kindness and the openness of the people. Come on!
Cheers! 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 Cheers!
You walk into a place, no matter where you go, people greet everybody. Everybody's kind, especially coming from America. You walk into somewhere, you might even recognize somebody. Nobody says anything. But here, it seems like everybody knows each other. It's amazing. When you come to St. Kitts, you're not just a tourist, you become part of the family. And everybody makes that evident and welcomes you here. If you're thinking about planning a trip to St. Kitts or you already have one booked, you would be making a big mistake if you didn't book a tour with welcometostkitts.com. Again, that's welcometostkitts.com, the #1 tour company across the whole Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. If you want a great time with some real locals that are from here and know the island, you'll be making a mistake if you don't book with them. And don't forget what I told you about earlier about Cab KN, the #1 transportation way to get around the island, so you don't have to worry about a designated driver or anything like that. Thank you so much for tuning in to Welcome to St. Kitts. Please subscribe for more videos. We're coming out with more.